Have you visited a farm? First answer, yes, several times, but the ones that I really enjoyed visiting the most are the orchards and vineyards, especially in Australia. I remember I was at a loss for words the first time I visited an orchard. There were lots of apples and oranges, and the place smelled really refreshing. Also, visiting a vineyard is memorable as I got to experience wine tasting and witnessed how wines are made. Second answer, not even once, as I'm not interested in farms as I find them boring. However, if someone takes me to a farm, I think I'll give it a shot. Who knows, I may have a change of heart then, if I get to experience what it's like to be on a farm. A different way to answer? Yes, actually my family owns a farm and I lived on a farm for 16 years before I moved here. We have a dairy farm and some of our relatives manage a hay farm and a poultry farm. It was actually great to live on a farm as I got to experience milking with my parents. What kind of farm do you like? Well, any kinds of farm except the poultry farm. I just can't bear the smell of it. It makes me feel sick and worse, it makes me puke. It's just unbearable. Another way to answer? Without a doubt, it's the orchard. Like I said earlier, the smell is pleasing and refreshing. How I wish I could own an orchard. I think it'd make me the happiest person in the world. I don't know, as I have never thought about it. Besides, I've never been to any farm yet. So it's just impossible for me to pick one kind of farm to answer that question, as I have no experience of visiting one. Do you think farming is important? First answer, yes, definitely, and I can't stress enough the importance of the farming industry. Without it, there won't be any food production. As a result, we all die. That's why I really despise some of our government leaders for not giving value to our farmers. They're heartless and ignorant. Second answer, absolutely. Farming plays an important role in our existence. We consume foods every single day that are a product of farming. May it be rice, fruits, meat, eggs, milk, to name a few. It's impossible to survive without the industry of farming. Did you do farm work when you were young? First answer, yes, I helped my parents milking cows and goats. That was back-breaking actually, and I didn't really like it, but I had no choice. I needed to help my parents then. I usually did that every summer since most of the time I had nothing to do. The hardest part of that job was when I needed to clean the wastes of those animals after milking. It wasn't enjoyable at all. Second answer, no, as I grew up in the city. I didn't get any chance to do some farm work or even visit a farm. All of my childhood or teenage days were spent playing in a park with friends or enjoying swimming in a lake or a river. I just think it's really hard to do some farm work for a child. Let's talk about New Year. How do you celebrate New Year? First answer, well, like what most people do. Spending time with family, preparing some sumptuous foods, watching fireworks display when the clock strikes at 12. I really love that holiday because it's the only time that every family member of ours gathers as one. Honestly, I always look forward to that holiday. Second answer, well, in our culture, we celebrate New Year by putting up some decorations in our house, such as lanterns, having a reunion dinner with our family on New Year's Eve, giving red envelopes to children, of course with money, and lighting firecrackers to scare away the evil spirits. Do you still remember a New Year that you celebrated? First answer, well, since New Year is one of the most special holidays in our country, my memories of every New Year celebration are still vivid. I do still remember every single activity that we actually did in the last 10 years of celebrating that holiday. This year is really memorable because our way of celebrating it was not as grand as in the past because of the many restrictions caused by the pandemic. Second answer, I have lots of memories of celebrating the New Year, But the one that's really unforgettable was when I was away from my family. I celebrated my New Year by myself as I couldn't return home due to work. I worked in a logistics company then, and I couldn't get holidays because of too much workload. I must say that was the saddest New Year I've ever had. Another way to answer: yes, I do, but there's nothing extraordinary about the things that we did in the past 10 years of celebrating the New Year. It's just a family reunion, watching fireworks display, making New Year's resolutions that wouldn't normally come to a reality. However, I just like the New Year because I can start all over again. I mean, I can change my perspective on life and be more hopeful in achieving my short-term and long-term goals. Do you have any ceremonies to celebrate the New Year in your country? If I'm not mistaken, I think we have none. Normally, New Year is for the family. I mean, it's a great time for reuniting family members who have not seen one another for long. Well, anyway, there's usually a New Year's Eve countdown in our city, but I don't really consider it as a ceremony as it's not spearheaded by the government, but by the private organizations. Second answer: yes, however, it's not celebrated in the entire country, only in the state where I'm currently living. We do have a street dance every New Year, honoring our God. This dance is a form of expressing our love and gratitude, and at the same time welcoming the brand new year full of hope and joviality. I really love this ceremony because everyone is just happy, and there are lots of activities that people can enjoy. Why do people think New Year is a new beginning? Isn't it? Well, the fact that it's the very first day of the year, it's indeed a new beginning. People think that it's the very time to start with a clean slate, being motivated to achieve newly created goals, moving on from the mistakes that were committed in the previous year, and starting to develop a new hobby, among others. All these things are truly a new beginning. Second answer: I think we all believe that it's a new beginning simply because it's the first day of the year. We're given another year to be hopeful and to work on our dreams, making them a reality. No wonder we all make New Year's resolutions as a guide so we can start our year full of aspirations. Don't panic because your exam is very soon. Spend time studying the videos that appear on your screen right now. These can surely help you prepare better as you'll get more ideas on how to answer the topic questions asked in the IELTS Speaking exam. If you find value in this channel, don't forget to subscribe. I do appreciate it. Until the next lesson, have a lovely day.